So now I'm going to ask that my IT managers come up and give some specifics on the challenges, technology challenges that we face, and the upcoming contracting opportunities that I briefly mentioned previously. TimLue will give you an overview of what infrastructure is necessary to move us forward at the airport. And Melody Johnson will come and talk about airport technology, as well as our business systems, what those challenges are, and what some of those contracting opportunities are. So if you could please join me in welcoming Tim and Melody.
Good afternoon. My name is TimLue. I've been at the city for 28 years, 18 years at LAWA, and 15 in the IT infrastructure. I'm director of the IT Infrastructure Coordination Division. This presentation is an interactive, fast-paced presentation, so hopefully people in the back can see the screen. It's very important that you be able to see the screen to get the full effect of this presentation. Okay? Before I start the presentation, I'd like to introduce the staff. Our group is the Office of Infrastructure Technology. It's led by Nathan Look. Unfortunately, he had to be out of town today, so he couldn't make it. But I'm here, so. Like I said, I'm in charge of the Infrastructure Coordination Division. We have 5 groups. We have Eddie Quach. Please stand up, Eddie. In charge of networks. 7 years at LAWA. Thank you, Eddie. Shala Delazada. 7 years at LAWA, right, Shala? She's in charge of servers and storage. The wireless and voice communications, we have Judith Villanueva, 17 years at LAWA. And last but not least, we have Florindo Carlos, 18 years at LAWA. So we have a very experienced team at LAWA. Okay. Before we start, does anybody recognize who this person is? Does anybody? It's not Pete Carroll. It's not Vince Lombardi. It's John Wooden. John Wooden, the greatest coach in all of sports. Voted by ESPN. The Wizard of Westwood, 10 national championships, 7 in a row. He led his team to an 88-game winning streak. The greatest coach. And they asked John Wooden, what is your formula for success? He came out with the pyramid of success. So when I looked at the pyramid of success, I saw all the attributes that I would look for in a partnership. I'm not going to go through all these attributes. It's not what it's about. But first of all, we're looking for enthusiasm, right? We want vendors who are enthusiastic, who has a real passion for what they do. We're looking for partnerships, companies, individuals that have initiative, that are able to raise the bar, right? That are able to think and analyze things on their own and come out with the, decisions. LAWA is a very fast-paced environment. We're not always going to have time to provide specific details on everything that we would want the vendors to do, okay? What's interesting about this pyramid of success is the center one, skills. There's no question. In the IT world, you have to have IT skills. But not only to have skills in the IT world, but we're also looking for attention to details. Confidence. LAWA has a lot of obstacles, approval process, bureaucracies, but we're looking for companies to overcome the obstacles, to believe in getting it done and finding a way to get it done. And lastly, competitive greatness. In order for LAWA to do great things, we need great companies. We need great products. We need great services. And we need great staff. Okay? So that's my opening pitch to all the vendors out there, what attributes we're looking for. Okay? So John Wooden has his formula of success. We in LAWA IT, we also have our formula of success. We also have a formula. For LAWA IT systems, Melody is going to be talking about the security system, the CCTV, the badging. So I'll let her talk about that. But this is our formula for success it's called the pyramid for systems. Okay? So on the base, we have the infrastructure. And then from there, we got the network, we got data servers, data storage, standards, policies, and then software, and then ultimately the field devices. The field devices are all the cool devices. It could be your Fitbit, it could be your mobile device, your mobile iPhone. But what happens when you press that send button? That's what we do. We do all the back-end stuff. We make the magic happen, okay? So if you watch football, we're the offensive line, we're the defensive line, okay? We're not the quarterback, we're not the wide receivers. So field devices. Just a list to give you a magnitude, you know. The numbers is, we got 3,250 card readers, 3,400 plus CCT cameras, nearly 2,000 portable radios, over 2,300 workstations at LAWA. So this just gives you the feel of the magnitude of the work that we do, okay? So, but Melody will talk about that. I'm the back-end person, okay? So infrastructure, when we talk about infrastructure, we're talking about the physical infrastructure, okay? The conduit, cabling, IT room, that's the physical infrastructure. The fiber connection, the data connections. So just to give you a flavor. 140 buildings, 600 comm rooms, 1,000 underground maintenance hole, lots of conduit, lots of fiber, tons of copper. We have 3 data centers, 1 backup recovery center. Again, this is what we do. This is what we maintain. And this gives you a feel of the magnitude again. Network, 60 routers, nearly 700 switches, 21 gate controllers, 749 access points. So we're still trying to, even though that's a lot of access points, we're still trying to transition to get more access points installed. Servers, this is what Shala's expertise is. 652 servers / virtual servers. Data storage, 3,000 plus terabytes of data storage. Approximately, we probably have half is used, and we have half that's still available. And then the standards and policies and procedures. Right here, is the 550-page IT standards booklet. This is readily available. Go to www.lawa.org. You go to the website, go to the Design and Construction Handbook, and then a subset is IT. This is a 3-volume book. It includes, it's not only for the IT designers, it's not only for IT project managers, IT operational staff, but it's a great resource for vendors or potential vendors. I highly recommend that you go and take a look at this and even print it out. It'll be well worth it, okay? And it's all free. Challenges we face. Challenges we face. Mobile device usage. I looked up the trends. 68% of the adults in the US own a smartphone. 45% of adults in the US own a tablet computer. Smartphones account for 33% of all internet traffic. Smartphones are the sole form of high-speed internet access for 10% of adults in the US. And the last but not least, adults in the US spend approximately 4.7 hours per day on their smartphone. What does that mean for LAWA? That means 56 million traveling passengers to LAX will have a smartphone at least. And at least 60, maybe 70, 80, 90% of the time when they're at LAX, they're going to be using their mobile devices. So that's a huge challenge for us. And Barbara was talking about the guest experience. You may have all the cool devices in the world, but if you don't have a reliable, scalable, secure infrastructure, it's going to impact the guest experience. The other challenge we face, everything becomes smart, right? Everything is smart. Smart everything. So what does that mean? Basically, it means that things are going to be connected to the internet. Most of the time you think of people with their mobile devices or their laptops that they connect to the internet, but things are starting to be connected to the internet. Things like your toothbrush, your refrigerator, your vehicles, your lighting. Eventually, everything is going to be connected to the internet. And that's why they're calling this the Internet of Things, the next industrial revolution. So I grabbed this chart from Cisco. Right now, let's see, we're about 23 billion devices connected to the internet. In 4 or 5 years, Cisco's predicting that we're going to have over 50 billion devices. So in 4 years, more than double, more than double. So we have smart everything. We have smartphones, smart vehicles, smart watches, smart devices, smart wearables, smart everything. Everything is smart. So where is that going to lead us? It's going to lead us to a smart world. Okay? So, if you look at this, I can't even see this. Smart roads. Is LAWA going to have smart roads? Maybe yes, maybe no. But the infrastructure needs to be prepared for it, okay? Noise. Are we going to have smart noise monitor? Maybe yes, maybe no. But the LAWA infrastructure has to be ready for it. Similarly, smart parking, smart traffic, what's that? Smart access control, smart pollution, okay? How do we monitor it, okay? So this is basically the the ecosystem of the Internet of Things. On your right here, these are the devices, sensors. You'll send the data to the internet. The internet will go to data storage, analyze it, come out with a recommendation, goes to some remote decision maker, boom, it's going to happen. That's the ecosystem. Most of this devices, Internet of Things devices, will be connected wirelessly, right? Wirelessly. So the challenge Lua IT faces is, this is our existing infrastructure. Our existing infrastructure is reliable, it is scalable, and it is secure. But it's a wired infrastructure. So we have to make the leap from going from a wired infrastructure to a wireless infrastructure so we can support all these different wireless technology, Zigbee, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, cellular, 4G, 5G. The list is endless, right? But with challenges comes opportunities, right? So the Office of IT Infrastructure, what do we need to do and who do we need to hire such that we can move from a wired infrastructure to a wireless infrastructure? So here's the contract opportunities. Obviously, the equipment upgrades, the network, the servers, the workstation, the data storage, they all have life cycles. So eventually, all those devices that we talked about, all this equipment I talked about earlier, eventually they have to be replaced, all right? Technology is always fast moving, there's always a life cycle. Bill Gates was saying that everyone should replace their workstation every 3 years. Whether it's every 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, I don't know, but eventually you have to replace your workstation to keep up with technology. Upgrade existing and build new Lua IT rooms. Okay, even though we have a lot of IT rooms, it needs to be upgraded to support the wireless. Okay. Upgrade existing and build new Lua fiber backbone. This is fiber backbone for the campus, and this is fiber backbone within the terminals. A lot of the future equipment is going to require a fiber connectivity. And of course, last but not least, we need to build out a distributed antenna system, both indoors and within the campus. I don't think we really have a choice because the wireless revolution is coming. Additional staffing and additional resources. Basically, our group is broken down into 4 groups: engineering management, documentation management, contract management, and inventory management. So who are we looking for? Obviously, we're going to need planners to support us. BICSI certification would be very helpful. Engineers and designers, electrical, mechanical, IT designers, cost estimators. We're going to have to prepare a cost estimate to obtain the budget and approval of these projects. Surveyors, builders and installers, inspectors, technicians. When you get all this tons of fiber, we're going to need technicians to maintain, repair, and test every single fiber circuits. Document control, we need as-built documentation, and more importantly, will we be able to find these documentations after we get it? As-built documentation. And inventory. There's going to be a lot of repairs, and we have to be able to respond to them. And we also need trainers, educators. There's going to be a lot of training required for staff because we expect to bring a lot of people on board. So at the end of the day, okay, at the end of the day, when we get everything installed, when we transition our legacy infrastructure to a wireless infrastructure that is reliable, scalable, secure, and robust, when our vision becomes reality, we're going to need one more position that we need to fill. We'll need a party planner. Because we're going to need to celebrate our accomplishments. I could play this song all day, but anyways. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you for being such a great audience. I hope you enjoyed it. Last but not least, I need to thank Alner Korabia for helping with me with this presentation. He did a great job. So thank you, Alner. Thank you.